Dam safety legislation has been under planning since quite some time. The country has been debating on dam safety legislation almost from the conclusion of Dam Safety Assurance and Rehabilitation Project in 1999. The legislation is an important aspect because the legislation provides a basis on which various protocols can assume importance and priority across the board in many of the organizations as well as in many of the states. Many of the developed countries like the United States, Canada, UK, etc. have the similar legislations in place for the regulation of dams at federal and state level and also at private organizations level, because in these countries there are a number of private organizations who are owning substantial number of dams. Primary aim of this legislation is to codify the responsibilities at various levels for ensuring the dam safety for the country or regions, and the owner's role in the dam safety assurance becomes a very important part of the legislative aspects. The proposed Dam Safety Act defines the role of dam owners and governments in ensuring dam safety for the dams under their respective jurisdictions. What are the procedures that have to be adopted at the owner level, and then what are the procedures that have to be adopted at the state or provincial government level, and then at the federal level, are codified into this proposed legislation. The legislation covers how the inspections are to be carried out and how the inspections are to be reported, who has to take action on the basis of the inspections, and how the inspections and the actions eventually get reported to the highest level of legislative bodies in the parliaments or in the assemblies, so that the public representatives are aware about the dam safety activities that are taking place in their own areas of jurisdiction. National Committee on Dam Safety and Dam Safety Authority get the statutory status for implementation of the safety regime at the central level. Earlier, this act was supposed to be kept under the state authorities, and it was considered that water being a state subject, the act can be a state legislation which can be implemented or which can be legislated by the parliament with the concurrence of states. This part took a lot of time in happening, and a lot of hurdles were also faced in the time to time, and now the legislation has been framed under the constitutional provisions of unallocated subjects, in which the union is empowered to carry out a legislation for the entire country. The legislation has already been drafted. It has been vetted by various standing committees and other committees of the parliament. It was placed in Lok Sabha, and Lok Sabha has already passed it, and now it is awaiting the concurrence of Rajya Sabha, after which, with the presidential assent, the legislation will come in force. We are expecting that this legislation will come in force very soon. This part completes our dam safety aspects of the examination. Now we will move to the next aspect. The next aspect is a new aspect that we are trying to bring in under the overall purview of the dam safety technologies and provisions. That is the distribution network safety. As is known, most of the major reservoir structures in the countries like India and other developing countries have a multi-purpose applications. The biggest application is for the irrigation water, and in order to make the irrigation water reach to the farm level, a very large distribution network have to be established. This distribution network is also essentially an engineering structure. In multiple sets of structures, they are all varying in their magnitude and sizes, even within the distribution network. And all these structures have to perform their role properly in order to provide the necessary agricultural water aspects to the individual farms and individual beneficiaries. So distribution network is an equally important aspect of the entire water resources management project, without which the benefits remain partially delivered. So we thought that in this course we will not only include the dam safety, but we will also include the distribution network safety, which is a very crucial part of agricultural water management in all across the world. Many issues from structural and hydraulic angles are similar to the dam safety, though the magnitudes and hazard potentials vary. The primary areas in which the distribution network operates are the main canals. The canals are formed either by the embankments or by carrying out the excavations and creating the soil slopes, providing them with concrete lining or some other types of linings using geosynthetics. Wherever the drainages are to be crossed, the cross drainage works have to be provided of various types. Each of these cross drainage works, depending upon the canal size, can become pretty large, and their failure or the failures of canals running in embankments become a major safety issue for the local areas and sometimes even for the larger areas. Then there are many other structures like canal falls, siphons, and other control structures like cross regulators, head regulators. They form a very large inventory of assets, and they are spread across very large areas, geographically very large areas. For example, one of the largest projects in the country is Sardar's Rover project, and this project has a command area of 1.8 million hectares. The main canal runs for something around 450 kilometers with the discharge of the order of 35,000 cusecs. Similarly, we have another project like Farakka Barrage project, in which we again have a navigation cum water transfer canal which runs with 40,000 cusecs discharge, and it runs 24/7 on most of the 365 days. So such large structures have to also perform with a safety assurance which is equivalent to the safety assurance of their headworks. So this inventory has to be managed. We need to really know, the project managers need to know what is happening where, what are the problems, how they can be rehabilitated. And with this rehabilitation, what challenges or the procedures will have to be placed. The distribution network management has a strong aspect of social interactions also built in. In case of dams, the restrictions on the access etc. can be provided for ensuring the safety and security not only of the dam structures but also of the individuals who are visiting or working on the dam. And similar kind of arrangement in the distribution network is a very challenging task, because you will have to provide this across so many places in so many contexts. There will be population centers very near it, and there will also be various paths that will be crossing these networks. So they need a very special consideration. We also need to ensure that the distribution network performs with an efficiency which is assured, so that we know that we are able to deliver the water as much as we want to the beneficiaries. These aspects have all been covered in our presentations, and these presentations they are going to follow will provide you with very precise and detailed information about each of these aspects that will come in the areas of DEM safety and network management areas. This lecture has attempted to provide you with an overview to make you aware of the plethora of subjects that are going to be covered in this course and provide you with a foundation on which you can become a assured quality DEM safety professionals if you follow the path along the directions that are generated in these courses. DEM and network safety is a specialized subject and it has distinct features from a new design and construction project. There will be features of design and construction also may get involved, but before that a lot of exercise, as you have seen already, takes place in areas which are slightly away from the design and construction. So learning about DEM and network safety is equally important to become a DEM safety assurance specialist. There are going to be a lot of initiatives taken in the country and across the world for in the respect of DEM safety projects, and there a lot of inputs will be required and they will have to be absorbed by the owners and operators of the dam for a water secure future, and for that it will be necessary for them to have personnel under their command and under their jurisdiction who can provide the basis, who can also provide the infrastructure at the human level for establishing the systems of dam safety and then ensuring the dam safety is in the terms of law as well as in the terms of public safety. Building capacity is an immediate requirement, and this course is the first step in that direction for providing you with a flexible learning curve in which you can go at your own pace and master the entire areas of the dam safety management and network management. We wish you a very happy and a very successful learning outcome from this course, and we will be happy to have your interactions from time to time during the course and also subsequently for clarifying your doubts and providing you with newer knowledge in form of additional modules in the future. Thank you very much.